How's it going, guys? Got some breaking Broken Arrow the news for you today. Broken Arrow has fallen to mixed reviews, which is the death knell for any game which wants to have sales, because people see the orange and they are immediately turned off. And the reason this is happening is because it is currently being brigaded by the Chinese community. The Chinese community are getting upset with the way cheaters are being handled in this game, and they're saying that they're being falsely banned. So let's have a look at what's going on. Essentially, there was a Chinese team, and they went up against this top Russian team. So this is a very popular Russian streamer called Zetrox. He's good friends with the devs. Remember that one for later. And essentially, the game starts. They buy a bunch of seed planes. They buy a bunch of AC-130s. They buy a bunch of ground craft. Their income is still very high despite buying all these things. And they all buy a bunch of AC-130s. I'll link this in the description. It's somebody else's video, and this guy absolutely despises me. So I think he might copyright takedown it if I show it too often, but, for too long, right? So, look, they just basically spawn a bunch of AC-130s and take them all out. For some reason, this guy's still got 266 income, despite having all these planes up and all these ground units. And, essentially, they then got banned. Zetrox knows the game developers, and he said, these guys are cheating, and he got them all banned. Well, the Chinese community wasn't very happy about that. They've started brigading the game. So, lots of drama on the forum threads and so on, and response videos, right? I'll link these if you want. Yeah, it's not going amazingly, and now the Chinese community are brigading the game, so I'll just read this one out because it's pretty emblematic of what they all are about. I express profound disappointment and outrage at Steel Balaclava's blatant tolerance of so-called top players engaging in ban abuse and bullying within the game. The player in question, Zetrox, has not only weaponized moderation privileges to harass others, but has also openly mocked and insulted Chinese players with racially discriminatory slurs in Discord channels. Zetrox's misconduct has been thoroughly documented, and video evidence of these actions has gone viral across Chinese social media platforms. This is obviously true. He needs to be immediately banned and his machine code and IP address locked. Regardless of justification, Steel Backlover's complicity in fostering a community that permits racially charged aggression against Chinese players is utterly unacceptable. Such behavior has deeply wounded the sentiments of the Chinese player base, and we demand immediate accountability. So, basically, the Chinese community has this habit of just brigading people and trying to ruin their lives. This same guy did the exact same thing to me. He was warned in the Broken Arrow Discord for absolutely going off on one. I don't think I've got the... No, I don't have the image anymore. I'll see if I can edit it in. And then he told all his fans, this is where you can find him. And then I was attacked by a bunch of Chinese fans who basically didn't know what they were talking about, telling me to commit toaster bath, being very racist, very, very, very nasty people, and now they're doing the same to Zetrox, and they're doing the same to the game. So, in terms of, who's right, who's wrong, I don't know. Maybe Zetrox did pull connections to get people banned falsely. Or maybe they were cheating. I'll link all the stuff in the description. You can watch that video yourself and let me know what you think. And in the words of the great Henry Kissinger, who is currently positive comment. It is a pity both sides can't lose.